Okay, so welcome to today's video. Today I thought I'd do something different with Ted Lasso coming around the corner, literally. I thought, let's talk about Ted Lasso in season 3 and what I think could happen. Where some characters are going to end up, some of the stuff that could potentially happen. So I thought this would be something fun, something different, so we can get the hype train going for Ted Lasso season 3, which I'm super excited for. So yeah, I thought let's do it. So this is my predictions and some of my takes of what could happen in season 3.
Great job!
Oh, Rock Kent just said great job.
Firstly, let's just address the elephant in the room. I do not believe Ted and Rebecca are going to get together. I know some people think it's gonna go that way, and while I can see where they're coming from, I personally don't feel like it's going down that way. I just feel like that is a cheap cop-out way to go out, is Rebecca getting with Ted. I feel like their friendship isn't a love and romantic friendship. I never got that between them. I've more so got a brother-sister sort of relationship where they're helping each other out. And I feel like Ted is going to obviously help Rebecca get over Rupert completely in this season. And I think Rebecca's going to play an important role in Ted Lasso's full character arc coming full circle, with the whole depression, with anxiety, with everything going on with him and his wife coming around. I think while they're going to be very close in this season, I don't see them getting together. Now, for my second one, I feel like Ted is going to reach out to Nate this whole entire season. I feel like Ted is that type of character and that type of guy that even though Nate was an absolute asswipe to him last season, I feel like he's coming back and he's still going to be like reaching out to Nate, trying to get Nate to forgive and whatever happened with him, and try to get him to see the light again and come back and not turn into Jose Mourinho, but to come back to the light side and enjoy the football. So I feel like Ted is going to continuously put out that olive branch to Nate and try and get him. And I feel like we've seen that in some of the trailers as well, where he's at the grandstand watching Nate, waving to him. So whether or not Nate's going to take that as like, this guy's mocking me, he's making fun of me, or is he going to be like, oh man, I'm going to reach back out to him. I don't know, but I do feel like Ted is going to do that. Ted's that type of character and that type of guy. Now, I do feel like Nate is also going to feel very lonely in this season, especially with everything that's happened. You got to remember, in season 1, Ned was just a kid dude, and Ted gave him his big break and brought him in and really cuddled him and created this great space for him to flourish, to get his football knowledge out there, and to really fundamentally change his character. And I feel like that unity that they had, as they used to say, what was their name again? What was the group? I can't remember what their group's name is. I just literally watched it like not long ago, season 2. I can't remember what their name are, Wild Dogs or something like that they're called. But obviously that group there, I feel like he's going to miss a lot, and I feel like that's going to play into his character eventually coming back and realizing he was in the wrong the whole entire time, and that he's going to come back and make peace with Ted. Now, I also believe Nate is going to get fired from West Ham. I feel like Rupert's going to fire him because I feel like Richmond are going to beat them in a cup final. I feel like there is a fairy tale here for Richmond to win something. Obviously, I don't think Richmond are going to do the old come in after being relegated, getting promoted and winning the Premier League. I would call the biggest BS, man. The only time that's ever happened is probably the closest you'll get is Leicester City, where they got promoted, stayed in, and then were favourites to get relegated and end up winning the Premier League. I just don't see that happening again. Like, they got to somehow make it feel real at the same time. So I feel like a cup run, though, in like the FA Cup could be a sign that you could do that. And I feel like Rupert losing to Rebecca and losing to Ted is going to be the final straw, especially for a trophy. And that's where he sacks and fires Nate on the spot and says, see you later, and out. Now, with him doing that, I feel like that's when Nate's going to come back and make up with Ted because of that, and he's going to be there, and Ted's going to be there with open arms, because that's what Ted does. Now, I also have a prediction for Roy and Keeley. I feel like this season, they're going to get pregnant. I do. I feel like we're going to find out Roy Kent is going to have a little baby Kent. He's going to have a little baby. And you know what? If that happens, I'll be so stoked for him. I'll be so stoked for Keely because they are absolutely fantastic. And that's going to be interesting to see how it plays with Jamie Tart. But again, I am starting to like Jamie Tart now. His character's coming around. But I do feel like they're going to get pregnant and they're going to have, whether or not we see them have the kid, I don't know. But I feel like that's going to be one of the storylines going on with him. Now, Jamie Tart, I feel like he's going to have another altercation with his father. But this time he's going to step up to his father and he's going to tell his father exactly how he feels and how he's felt this whole entire time. And I feel like this is going to be the moment where we see Jamie Tart really turn the corner and stop being that asshole that he is and be a full team player and step up to his father and be like, no, enough is enough. I don't want you coming to my games. I don't want you anymore. Everything you've done has made me be an absolute shit asshole, and now I'm going to let loose and give it to you completely. And I feel like his father's going to come around. I really do, because I just feel like that's how Jamie Tart's story is going to end. It's going to end with his father fully coming back around and realizing he was in the wrong, and I think they're going to make up after the altercation as well. Well, obviously after time, but that's what I think is going to happen with them. Now, I do feel like Ted Lasso is going to leave Richmond and returns to the US. I just feel like that's how it's going to end. He's going to win a trophy, and I think he's going to leave Roy and Nate in charge of the team. I think he's going to go to Rebecca and be like, look, I've got to go back now. I got to be there for my kid, because you remember, he's still got a kid that he's got to think about. So I feel like he's going to go back, and he's going to leave everything to Roy and Nate, and maybe Coach Beard as well, to run the show at Richmond. And I think he's going to tell Rebecca that they should be the ones running it. And it's going to be heartfelt. I think it's going to be heartbreaking for everyone, because he has been such a big influence on everyone's life. I feel like that is the season finale for me, and it's going to be super emotional, man. So get those tissues ready. It's going to be a tear fest. And then finally, I feel like Rebecca is finally going to step up to Rupert and let loose and tell him how much of a dick he is and give it back to him and absolutely fully get over him and move on and be like, you have no hold on me anymore. And I feel like that's what's going to happen, and she is going to find the love of her life. It's happening this season, I'm telling you. Whether it's Sam, I don't know, but I do feel like she's going to find someone, but I don't think it's going to be Ted. So, but these are just my predictions. I am super, super excited for Season 3. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Season 3. I am so intrigued to see what you guys all think. So let me know in the comment section below, what are your predictions for Ted Lasso Season 3? Let me know. I really want to know. Because I reckon some of you guys will come up with some awesome theories and some other cool stuff that I might have been like, you know what? I like that, and that could happen. I could be totally wrong on these two, so don't take my word for gospel. This is just a prediction that I'm making. I could be way off. I mean, we could literally get in the first episode and, hey, Ted and Rebecca are together. You just never know. I don't know, but these are just my bold predictions. Let me know yours. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, take care. Peace out.